Welcome to Feedback. She's talking before the show starts. There's a surprise. It is Wednesday night, and we are here. It is TV5 News free-for-all night, and the show is, what, we're 5 seconds into it, and just before the show, they've already been here for a time, so it should prove to be a pretty interesting show. It's all tonight. As I come to Feedback, it is Wednesday night, our last show of the semester, and usually, as we always do on the last show, we have the TV5 News anchors joining us, and tonight is no different. We have them. I think we can go to the other camera and we see we have here Cynthia Walker from here Tuesday night, Carrie LaPoo, and Julie do like a half an hour. So the script's right. The script's all done, right? Right. Okay. Right. So we're gonna. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to start this free-for-all fun fest of us talking about in the news. We'll be right back on Feedback after this.
Was made possible through a grant by the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant. The Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant is located in Clarion, whose dining was a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant, 226-8400.
This is the program possible by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-555. 226-5555.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is South 5th for all your carpet needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
Out, stop it. Located at Clarion Mall. You're trendy, girls, or fashion for women. They have it all with many different styles. With our newly expanded shoe and accessory department, you're surely to find that special touch to enhance that new outfit. And if you have a fashion question, our experts are here at Clarion Mall. Exit stay day Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. Sunday from noon till 5.
Welcome back to Feedback. I'm Mark Zach. As I said on tonight's show, it is a free-for-all of TV5 News anchors, Cynthia Walker, Carrie LaPoo, and Carolyn Kelly. So I went through the papers today, and we're just going to sort of go through some stories and get some opinions. So I like to see that. Michigan regulating cursing law. A man was scheduled to appear in court for a pretrial hearing on charges of assault, disturbing the peace, and using indecent language. The reason they're bringing this up, that earlier in the year, a judge ruled that a law ruling indecent language, words that we're not allowed to use on here, they're saying that's okay, you can be arrested for that because it happened earlier in the year when a man swore in front of children after he tumbled out of a canoe in Michigan. So what, well, he was mad.
What did he say?
I don't know. Mild obscene, define that as you want. What do you think about this? Should there be a law that you can outlaw swearing or whatever? Should that be a law?
Carrie.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't agree with swearing in front of children and stuff like that. It's part of our culture. Most people, I mean, you go out on the streets and hear it all the time. But I think there's a time and a place for it. And to outlaw it, I think I think that would be hard to follow up on as police, having to pull over everybody and saying, yep, you swore, time to go to jail.
Oh, okay.
I think we're seeing this as a modern trend right now, regulating the English language, because we saw in Pittsburgh, they're now on their buses regulating the language, and they're enforcing that there.
You're right.
And you're
That's a
seeing
good
that
point.
popping up all over the country now. So maybe it is something that they've noticed for so long that needs to be addressed because it's not being taken care of.
Yeah, for clarification, what Cynthia was talking about there is they have swearing police, I guess, on Port Authority buses in Pittsburgh, that they will put people undercover, I think, which they've done in the past anyway. And if you're caught swearing, you're fined or something like that by Port Authority police. Well, is that wrong? Is that acceptable?
In that situation, they're doing it as a business tactic because the individuals riding the bus were complaining that they didn't want to ride the bus. The profanity levels were atrocious. So as a business, they're taking the action to take care of that, and their new regs will their business. So I don't see how it can hurt them. And profanity is viewed as a negative thing in our society, so why not,
Right. Oh, so if it's viewed as negative, is it okay to make it illegal? Is it right to say that swearing on a sidewalk in public should be illegal?
No.
So are you okay? I mean,
I think it should be the person, they should have their own personal manners, that they know when it is right and wrong to swear.
he said down the street swearing all the time. I mean, are you offended by it when you hear it?
To a point, I am. It depends on things that are said. When it's every other word in a sentence, yes, I'm extremely offended, and I think that something should be done to fix that, like the bus situation. I think that's a great idea at a public place or emergency. To make it illegal, I think that's going to be extremely hard because you stub your toe or you fall out of a canoe. You get upset. You say things that you might not exactly want to say. But
I mean, they have it on TV. Little kids sit there and watch TV and they hear.
Okay, so is that right? Do we know
Whether what they're doing now is going to make a difference, and whether it's each person's going to form their own opinion on whether obscene language is right for them or not. And what we need to look at is, by making these laws, are they going to change anything, or are we merely wasting time enforcing not going to make it where we can be?
what do you put as profanity? Like, my mom has certain words that she doesn't like around the house, and she considers that in her book that's swearing.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly? What would fall under it?
Well, right, but that also is the same thing in television and radio. The FBI and radio, they went and defined what profanity is. I mean, couldn't we do the same thing in public, or is it not even worth it? Is it just a non-issue because it's going to happen anyway?
I don't. As much as I would like to see it's going to make a difference at all. I don't think they're not going to be able to enforce it. I don't believe.
Next issue.
Well, okay, I'm not done. One more question. Is this a question of legislating morals and ethics? Is that what this is?
Yes.
And that shouldn't be done. Is that what this is here to do that? Let's not have the government do that, but if a business should say, we're not going to have that in our business, like something that the Port Authority is doing, even though that's a governmental agency, that's okay. Okay. All right.
It's law case.
Move on?
Yeah.
In Utah, the Winter Olympics are coming to Salt Lake City in 2002. Well, this is what the organizers are thinking. Right now in Utah, there's some pretty strict drinking laws, okay? Because, as you know, Utah is predominantly Mormon, and so that's had a lot of influence on why the laws are the way they are. Well, now some people are saying, well, let's liberalize the laws a little bit. Let's relax them a little, because we're going to have people from all over the world here coming for this. Is that a good idea? Just because that's kind of a marketing ploy. Does that make any sense to do that? Even though it's going to change the culture of what they already have. Because it seems to be working for them now, but what they're saying is, what?
It's a marketing tactic. Just their culture is going to be changed no matter what they do. They're going to have people traveling there for this event. Either way, their culture is going to be altered. Why not have them benefit from this change?
What? Okay, are they? But are they going to benefit?
They're going to be affected either way. So why not make money off of it?
But the point is, they're saying this is our culture. The people who are saying don't relax the laws, this is part of our culture to have these stricter drinking laws. And don't we pick a city because we like their culture, we like how the city is?
I think we choose the city on convenience.
Well, that plays into it.
I think no matter what you end up doing, people are going to be drinking there, whether you change it or not. But to change it just because people are going to be coming there for the Olympics, I think that's wrong, because the old saying, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I mean, different cultures are going to be coming, and different people are going to be wanting to do different things. You're not going to make everyone happy no matter what you do, no matter what laws you change.
Right.
And I think that's insignificant to do. That's, no matter what, someone is going to be happy.
Okay. Nothing?
No comment.
No comment.
Nope.
Okay. Then it comes back to the whole point of to tie both of these together. Legislating morals and ethics. Any wrong or right? Any, or is it every case? Is it a case-by-case basis? Or is it dead silence on the
I think that in itself is a moral judgment. Whether
That's okay.
What's moral for me is going to be for Carol is equal law on all people when we're from different cultures, we're from different backgrounds. Everything that we do, I mean, as similar as we are, you know, attending one university, we're all different majors, we have different things that we're striving for. You can't enforce one law for everyone.
Okay, well, that's a good way. I mean, it's a certainly good way. I don't know what. But all right, we're going to break, and then we have some hard-hitting issues for the next segment. Since we ran through those really fast, we have some hard stuff. We'll be back on feedback after this. Stay with us.
What is this? Pizza? What, pizza?
If you had just called me, I would have known what...
Dinner ready. It's a pizza.
I didn't want you to be so late.
Let me ask you something. Is it too much waiting when I...
Please don't be so loud.
Don't tell me what to do! You shut up!
I thought you'd be quiet.
I can get pizza at work!
I'm sorry.
I imagine.
I'll fix you something
better.
Let go of me!
Get in the kitchen!
No!
Wow, it hurts! Do you want to see what hurts? That's what hurts! That's what hurts!
For information, call 1-800-AND-ABUSE.
Don't want that big old bag to pop up. Put that booty in the backseat. Have that in the kitchen, never be out. Here to remind you to put them behind you. Now,
They're continuing our free-for-all, and three women I know who always have something to say are being kind of quiet today. They don't like the topics we've had so far. So we polled during the break, and we're going to see if we can find something that we all like. As you know, this is our last broadcast because of winter break, and the main reason was and one thing I heard come up here is the over-commercial, you know what I mean, commercialization of Christmas. Thank you. I get a scoffing look for it, too. The over-commercialization of Christmas. What is it turned into? Is it lost what its true meaning is?
Find the toys that their kids want on time before they sell out. What the big toy this season's going to be.
It's turned into getting more than it has been giving. How many presents can I get this year?
Right. Well, I hate those people who always say, well, I got you something, so you have to get me something. Yeah. You know, there's people like that. But you're saying, Carolyn, you said it's about getting the toy for your kid, the best toy for your kid. Isn't part of the spirit, though, of giving just to take a negative view on it, just to take the opposing view? I mean, isn't it about giving
Yes.
So isn't getting the toy what?
Just
Got her.
it's not giving in a nice way. It's like this evil. Oh, I have to do this. I have to be the parent to get my kid this, and
the lines like at Walmart and stuff with when the big toy comes out, parents fighting over it, you know, and just the aggressive people around, you know, saying the things that they shouldn't be saying in public, you know, just to buy a toy that the child is going to have for a couple months and be attracted to, and then be like, oh, it's time for something new.
We can enforce the profanity laws outside of Walmart,
There
right?
you go. There you go.
Walmart should say you're not allowed to shop here if you swear in our line.
I remember as a child when I came down and I saw the, you know, a tree lit up and presents there. I know the first thing that I wasn't thinking about was Jesus' birth and what he gave for us. I know that it was just, you know, about presents, and that's why we have all this commercialism now. It's completely turned the point away from Christmas and giving tree attitude. I relate that to the giving tree because I wish the giving tree was entitled the tree that took everything, or the child that took everything it could, because the tree kept giving everything, and just the child just wanted more and more and more until it was dead. And that's what we see, like you guys were saying, you know, someone gets you a gift, what they gave, and that's not what it's about.
No, I agree, but isn't it nice that everyone says this is the season of giving and the season, you know, doesn't it feel good though to give someone a gift and just see like their face light up? Okay,
I can't give people good gifts this Christmas because I'm so poor.
This is a charitable claim.
I'll tell our cable and internet provider
We have editorial written across the screen.
have robbed me of every penny that I have.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Carolyn. Okay.
So thanks for making this
Thanks.
person's Christmas miserable because I cannot give to
Thank you for
anybody.
that. Okay. The point I was saying isn't the point here about giving and like seeing the reaction to some, like when they get something, like it doesn't make you feel good that you've done something good for someone else. Like this Sunday at church, we have like the angel tree, and you can buy something for needy children. We took a name to do. Don't you think that like that's part of what this is about? But, I mean, that's the commercialism part of it, which I agree is bad. But don't you think there are also some positive aspects of the season in general?
I think it's turned away from that because you're saying, well, isn't it nice to be giving someone something? Why not just give them something all year round? Give them something sometime when you think they deserve it.
But there are people who do that.
You want to show them it's something they're obligated to.
The majority of people don't.
I agree.
Like you were talking about the angel tree at your church, and that to me that is what the true meaning of Christmas is. You know, not just giving, but reminding people of the love of Jesus, and from a church, you know, we have to do, and that is what you're talking about, giving something all year round and being part of, you know, just expressing that love. One thing I was thinking of when you said that you didn't have a lot of money, that you couldn't buy Christmas gifts. Wouldn't it, like, to me, that it's at that time and that opportunity, like, that's when it becomes fun, and that time with your family, and you realize to yourself what Christmas was really about. Yeah, you might not be able to give gifts, but at that point in time, you know, you explain to your family, and you're like, my gift to you is myself, you know, and you are my gift.
Sometimes then you have a cranky boyfriend who doesn't understand. Never mind.
We won't get on that issue.
Okay, but where you're saying that, okay, people should do this all year round, I totally agree. They don't. Isn't this a good idea? We're getting them to do it once a year. Maybe it'll implant the idea into their head a little bit for the rest of the year. No,
but
I guess
it
not.
hasn't.
Well, but
What is the root? Okay,
I
what
know
is
it
the root
hasn't,
point of
but
Christmas?
I think to some people it has.
It has nothing to do with giving presents. It's about a gift that we were given, a ransom sacrifice. Okay?
And
he was born. And
right.
that's what the celebration that Christmas is today. But what it's turned into, like we said originally, is commercialism and a big lie. Like what a great lie we tell our children. We tell them, oh, believe in God, believe in the tooth fairy, believe in Santa Claus. Oh, Santa Claus doesn't exist, the tooth fairy doesn't exist, but believe in God. I'm sure that our children are really going to understand, you know, that someone exists that they can't see, but they're supposed to believe in it when we tell them all these other lies, and they turn out to be lies. So really, in essence, the true meaning of Christmas doesn't exist. It's about getting.
I think some people read it as that. I don't read it. I personally don't read it as that, because I can't stand these people who say, here's my Christmas list, get me off of the list. I think that's absurd. I think that's just so absurd that people are always wanting something, and that's what you're saying. They use this season for that specific purpose. But there's other people who do use the season for what it's for. It's a spirit of giving and helping others. I think maybe it does come out more. People are more apt to do some charitable things at this point in the season. Don't you think that's one of the positive things that at least comes out of it? Oh, even if it's only 1 month a year.
I think it's a shame that we need a holiday.
Yes, I agree.
That we're doing things for that don't even relate to it in order for society to be giving something or feel like they should contribute something to someone else.
I agree, but
Do I think that they do it? I think that people give charitable contributions.
But will you admit that at least
season.
that's at least a good start for at least 1 month of the year?
Yes, for the wrong reasons.
But it's for the wrong reasons. But it happens.
It happens, Mark.
I know. Well, that's why I'm accepting it. I'm saying at least it's 1 month of the year. Maybe some people will learn from it and continue.
But Christmas is a time where that's how some people show that they care about you, is by giving you a gift. To just show their affection.
That's a good point.
And when they don't have any money to get you a gift, they can't show their affection to you.
Okay, for anyone who knows Carolyn, she doesn't have any money this year, so she can't buy you a gift. So just accept that. Okay, I think we're almost out of time. Okay, yeah, we're about out of time, so thank you guys for joining us. We're going to let Carrie and Carolyn run off to do the news now. But thank you, and Cynthia, you can go home.
I'm going to go to dinner. On you. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Do we have time for last comments?
No, not really. Actually, we don't. I'm sorry.
No more pleas to the university for funding.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you rant about...
Or the $80 books we had to buy.
That's what I thought. All right, we are going to say thank you for joining us, all three of you, and we'll see you back here next semester. We'll be back right after this on Feedback.
That's if they don't cut our funding.
Kid, my friend wants to know if that girl will go out with him. Pass it down.
Hey, Grandma, ask the girl on the end if she wants to go out with this loner.
The young man wants to know if the girl over there is a donor.
Somebody wants to know if you're an organ and tissue donor.
Yes.
Hey, me too.
Are you a donor? Make sure your family knows your decision so there's no question later.
This portion of the programming is being made possible through a grant from the Clarion Agway, located along Main Street in Clarion. The Clarion Agway offers a wide selection of lawn, garden, pet, and farm supplies. They also offer a large selection of power equipment. The Clarion Agway is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. That's the Clarion Agway, located at 1130 East Main Street in Clarion. Phone 226-9270.
Maybe you have what it takes to be one of us. The few, the proud, and the reals.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, wouldn't a better name for a movie to come out now? And I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have. And you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back to Feedback. Feedback. I'm Mark Despotakis. Once again, we would like to thank the anchors for joining us, and if we have another camera back here. If you can go to camera 1, you can see that they are over there. Look at them, diligently working, getting ready for the, hi guys, getting ready for the news. Jeez, tough crop. Getting ready for the news in just a couple minutes here on TV5. Of course, the election news will be big, of course. I will be heading into the newsroom to give you an update on the elections coming up in just a few minutes. Look at that, we managed to get through the whole show up until this point without really talking about the election. Thank you for joining us. This is our last show of the season. We will see you back here in February. Have a good night and have a good break, everyone.